That's my quant.
Your what?
My quantitative.
You show me a pay stub for $72,000 on it, I quit my job right now and I work for you.
Be first, be smarter, or cheat.
Gentle.
I'm not fucking leaving!
Sell it all today.
Look at his face.
We're selling it all
It's beautiful.
Welcome to the fucking
Today, as always, I don't know why that's showing up like that, but ladies and gentlemen, we are back. How are things? Hopefully things are going well. Apologies for my tardiness. My hope was to be home a little earlier, but I was out and got some lunch with good old Doug. So here we are, made it home just in time for the markets to close. And I'm curious, man, what actually happened for the rest of the day? I know me personally, the market was looking very high for me, all-time highs this morning. But now that we are back after it, let me close some of this crap and get it over onto my other screen. I can go through and actually look at all the different companies and what they're doing and how everybody else is doing. Let's just do a quick gander here at the good old Weeble. So here we are. All right, so let's move this bad boy over. We got good old MicroStrategy. Let's have the Dow do. The Dow kind of ended up 0.5% up. We got the Wells Fargo's of the world up 0.35. We got Google up 1%, 328, so just under 350. How's SanDisk doing? Is this thing still on an absolute monster run, or did it retrace a little bit? Still on a pretty good run, up another 12% today for good old SanDisk. Nvidia, flat about. Just about flat. So no bueno for good old Nvidia. Amazon, man, this one's been running away from your boy. I need to anyway, this one is up 0.4% on the day. The SPY up 0.5%, 0.6%. Getting a little Alani in me. Keep me going. Warner Brothers almost at $29, 2% up today. Good old Rocket Lab up good old 2% today. Not quite at all-time highs, but looking pretty good. Venture Global pulling back 4% today, and I believe Next Decade did as well. But we're up a little bit, 3 cents after hours on that one. Shake Shack, 1.6%. Good old Palantir down, no, slightly up, 0.36% up on the good old Palantir. Nebius, $97. CRM, slightly down. Salesforce, 0. We got the triple Qs up just under 3%. The regular Qs at about 1%. Overall SPY, 0.65%. Let's see. The NASDAQ as a whole, 1%. Good old Exxon, 1.3%. Webull, 0.4%. Hoodie. Hoodie's about flat. Apple, the world's third largest company, 0.13%. What else? Next Decade was down 6% today. Not bueno for Next Decade. What else? I know some of you guys are in Verizon. That's down 0.3%. How's good old Schlumberger? 1.7%. How's the Bros? Bros down 1%. SL Green hanging out at 1%. MPW still down. Googs up 1%. So curious, what are you guys buying today? What is the major things? I know that good old Trumpy boy. Let me just get rid of some of these tabs here. Good old Trumpy boy was supposed to be meeting with some of these oil companies. So there's that piece. Let me see. This is an old one as well. This is old. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to clean up my tabs from earlier in the day. That's not the one we're using now, is it? It is not. So let me get rid of this. Oh, what happened? Did I cancel myself out? No. Okay. I don't know why it just went black like that. But anyway, let's just check to see how everybody's doing really quick, and then we can get into more of some clips from CNBC. This is going to be a probably not the longest stream because I do still have to do some work for the good old 9 to 5. So, but I do appreciate everybody being here. Obviously, it's a treat to be able to do the close because normally Amit is doing it. So much appreciated. Let me just make sure that in the background I'm able to get good old CNBC up and running because they're the folks that allow us to really get after it when it comes to being able to look at clips and what's going on right now. But maybe before we get into chit-chatting with everybody, maybe we tune into good old Donnie and see what's left over from this chat with really quick.
People say about where you're planning to stay.
Imagine you learn
I don't even
you
have
breast cancer. Your Houston Methodist team assures you they'll remove the tumor, reconstruct your breast,
jumped the
and
gun,
restore
folks.
your sense of self. That's the difference between practicing medicine
I
and
jumped
leading it for you.
the
Houston
gun.
Methodist, leading medicine.
At a third ad, Bradley Cooper on Joe Rogan.
And take a look at what that looks like. It looks like a junkyard of steel. So we don't approve, and I've told my people, we will not approve windmills. Maybe we get forced to do something because some stupid person in the Biden administration agreed to do something years ago. We will not approve any windmills in this country.
Oh, it's a busy day.
Two questions. On Venezuela, is it ultimately more important to you to establish stability there or democracy there?
Well, you're talking about maybe the same thing. I mean, you're talking about stability or democracy. I don't know. To me, it's almost the same thing. We want stability, but we do want democracy. Ultimately, it'll be democracy. Peter?
I do have a policy question, President Trump, but I'm having a hard time seeing here. I see the American flag lapel pin. What is the other lapel pin?
Somebody gave me this. You know what that is? That's
He's
called
such a
the happy
troll,
Trump.
dude.
And consider the fact that I'm never happy. I'm never satisfied. I will never be satisfied until we make America great again, but we're getting pretty close, I'll tell you what. This is called a happy Trump. Somebody gave it to me. I put it on.
What a troll.
And policy question. How
What a
much money
troll.
Are you thinking of giving people in Greenland to get them on board with a possible U.S.
I'm not talking about money for Greenland yet. I might talk about that. But right now, we are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor. Okay? I would like to make a deal, the easy way, but if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way.
What does he mean by that?
And by the way, I'm a fan of Denmark too. I have to tell you, and they've been very nice to me. I'm a big fan, but the fact that they had a boat.
All right. I was hoping it'd be more about oil. Unfortunately, it's not. So we'll go back to what is going on specifically on the rest of CNBC television. Let's just see what kind of videos we had for the day. I'm catching up because I was at lunch with good old Doug for quite some time. But here's specifically what they might have been talking about. So this is one of the things. Here we go. Talking about 30 million barrels of oil given yesterday. I'm not exactly sure what that means. We paid for them, or meaning the U.S. paid for it, or what?
So we're going to discuss how these great American companies can help rapidly rebuild Venezuela's dilapidated oil industry and bring millions of barrels of oil production to benefit the United States, the people of Venezuela, and the entire world. And yesterday, the number is 30 million barrels. I can't even, is that a correct number? 30 million barrels. You hear that, Peter? Of oil was given to us by Venezuela That's a lot of oil. It's about $4 billion worth, and it's on its way to the United States right now. And we want to thank Venezuela for that. And we're working very well with them, obviously, or they wouldn't have been so generous. But they respect us again. They didn't respect us at all before. So that's money that goes to the United States. Some will go to Venezuela, and some will go to the oil companies, but not that, because that's already been extracted. So when you're not getting any of that, but when you start extracting, you'll get. But it's tremendous reserves, among the biggest in the world. Some people say it is the biggest in the world. And we're going to be working with Venezuela. We're going to be making the decision as to which oil companies are going to go in, that we're going to allow to go in. We're going to cut a deal with the companies. We'll probably do that today or very shortly thereafter with Chris and Doug.
Doug! Let's have lunch with Doug. What do you mean, Doug? So interesting. Yeah, we'll look for more clips. Looks like the Venezuelans gave it as a gift. $4 billion worth approximately. Does that make sense? That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. That should be closer to 1.5. Let me see. I'm not good with math, guys. You gotta help. You gotta give me some leeway. Calculator. 30 million times 50. That's only 1.5 billion. So I don't know where they're getting the number 4 billion with, but yeah, 1.5 billion. I'm assuming a lot of that's going to go to the government, maybe for a fund to help kickstart maybe some of this infrastructure work. I don't know. We'll see. But let's run down the list. So we got Rusty, we got Edgar, we got Chels, we got Joe, Lean, PH Bacta. I don't know. Gustavo, Cher, Heinze, Ray, Jarrett, Jason, In the Streets, John. We got Honeybee, we got Venom, we got Hot Cam, we got Jesus, we got BD Midwest, Missy Legger, we got Ricky in Georgia, 1985. Essence of Bitcoin, Sports and Stocks. Mike Kiko. I don't know. Samir. Jay Muhammad. Petitious. I don't know if that's how you say your name. You got John, ZW. Steve. Jessica Zhao, Justin Hunter, Palantirs, Creative, Lee. We got Miss Julie in the house. I saw Doug at some point. Let's see. Yeah, guys, there should be no midstream ads. I mean, other than ones that I see because I don't pay for YouTube Premium, but just kidding. But there should be no midstream ads, right? There's ads when you click on the stream. And if you leave the stream and you come back, there's probably going to be ads again. But middle of watching the stream, no ads. So now I got to find. This is my work laptop. This isn't going to shut up. I got to turn this off. This is from a midstream earlier this morning. Sorry. I decided that it just wants to go off on its own. See, you guys want to admit, you get admit. You want to admit, get admit. What the heck? Window. There we go. You want to admit, you get admit. What can I say? Windmills. I did have lunch with Hot Doug. We got some delicious steak. What is this? Tanner's chat is filled with commies and Canadians, so same, but different. There you go, ladies and gents. All right, we did get a $10 super chat. Much appreciated. Aloha, Matt. Thank you for all you do for the community. We can all win together. Much appreciated. I agree. Together we can achieve a lot more. Team. Together everyone achieves more. Bigger rockets. You heard it here first. I would gladly go to Greenland. I'm excited to go to Venezuela, hit the beaches. They have some beautiful beaches in Venezuela. Hot Dog wants to know why he has to wait until the market's closed to F up his volatility plays. Let's see. See if there's anything else. Went to Copenhagen last year, blown away. Utopian society. They've got it in the Nordics. They also have a lot more oil and a lot fewer citizens. You have to think, like, if the U.S. Think about this. If the U.S. only had 400,000 citizens, I'm sure the tax revenue that would be able to generate from the oil that we sell, all 12 million barrels, I'm sure we could have a pretty nice lifestyle for those 400,000 Americans as well. But we got 1,000 times more people than that. I don't think Tanner pumps. I think he just logically looks at companies. Tanner's not a pumper in my thought. But, you know, maybe he did. Maybe he did. We got Alex Angelov or Alexa Angelov. Same. What do I think of Marvel? I don't think of it. Funny how they give gifts after we prove we can evade whatever we want. Well, there you go. So we're building the Venezuelan oil industry, which has gone to rot, and we are getting what for it? Look, I don't think people have talked about this much, but Venezuela exports a lot of the oil. They make about 1 million barrels a day. The United States gets 150,000 a day. Sorry, I got dandruff. The United States get 150,000 a day. They don't use, 1 million barrels a day in Venezuela. Where do you think the rest of that oil goes, ladies and gentlemen? I'll wait. 500 to 700,000 barrels a day goes to China. So yes, Venezuela, mostly the exports go to China. And so, I think it was more along the lines of making sure that I think it's a very multifaceted. Some of it, yes, couple bullet points down. Yes, oil is the natural resource of Venezuela, so they will be utilizing that for revenue. And I hope they set it up like the U.S. oil industry, where the government gets a good amount of revenue, and then that's used to pay for tax revenues, just like how selling iPhones and all that goes to some of those taxes go to the U.S. government, right? But I'm confident that a lot of it had to do with cartels. I'm confident a lot of it had to do with geopolitics and trying to keep Russia and China out. China was in country trying to make deals about how they can strengthen their ties further. They're already getting 500,000 to 700,000 barrels of oil a day, depending on the day. So I think part of it was trying to cut China out of the Western Hemisphere. A lot of it, I think, was that. And so I think what ended up happening was there's so many sanctions on Russian oil. China can no longer use it unless they want to lose further ties with the Americans. So what does that mean? They're going to potentially rely more on Venezuela for excess oil. And so I think that has a large part to do with it. It was a chess piece and a broader proxy war, kind of a Cold War, to be honest. I think a lot of people think the Cold War is over. Cold War, in my opinion, it took some dormancy, but I still believe is maybe a radical point. But I think the Cold War is still live and well. Tanner's the new Kramer. He started talking about SoFi, and it dropped. You heard it here first. DC Metro. We got Gen X Nurse in the house. Let's see. Let me see. Everyone's saying hello, hello, hello. We got it. Oh, Uncle Rusty with the 5 gifted. Much appreciated, my guy. 5 gifted. Much appreciated. You don't have to do that, my man, but I do appreciate it. Keeps me energized. Hello from Europe. Much appreciated for you showing up. Is Aqua getting interesting? Do they make any money yet? Or do they have any thoughts around why it makes money? We don't want Mitt. We want Jess. Hey, I'd love to have a conversation with Jess as well. Seems like she's got an interesting life and working for a Mitt. So curious how it's going. Do you have a VG deep dive? VG is the company I've talked about most on Cashflow Chronicles and Amit's channel, and like I talk about Rocket Lab a good bit, but you guys have asked me so many different times. I mean, Doug even asked me this at lunch. He's like, I don't. Do people not have a search button? No, I didn't. Doug didn't say that. I shouldn't put quotes on it. But he's like, do people not? You talked about VG the most out of most of your things. Like, what do you? What else do people want? You know. Look, first of all, I'll just say this, right? If you're not looking to hold VG for 10 years, sell the stock. Sell it. Admit that you didn't think about it. You parrot traded somebody. You didn't understand what the thought was, and just sell it. Sell it for a loss. Sorry. It's okay. You parrot traded. You got caught with your pants down. You weren't ready. I get it. Is it down deeper than I thought? I mean, I thought it could go down to $10, $11. And unfortunately it went down cheaper than that. But I was ready for it. I knew it was expensive when it IPO'd. But at the same time, I know for a fact it's going to be $100 billion company in the long term. So this is people are thinking about, is this a blessing or a curse? I think it's a blessing right now. The company is printing money, regardless of whether or not people want to think about it. So it's going to be a debt race. They're going to be able to refinance the debt once they get their third facility online. It's going to get more investment grade ready rather than spec ready. The interest rates are going to get better. So, and then same thing with can VG or Next be an energy play? I mean, I look at it like a multitude of things, right? Is upstream oil? Is it? I mean, LNG is going to Europe to make energy, right? So here's the thing. Steve wants to beat me. I really don't give a shit. No offense, but I'm using the $10,000 challenge for those people that are following. Me and Steve decided we would do a $10,000 challenge starting next week, where once a week we reported basically what did we do for the week, etc. I'm not doing it to beat Steve. Steve wants to beat me. That's fine. I'm doing it to learn things about my portfolio or what I potentially might implement in my portfolio. I'm using it as a test ground. I don't care. It's $10,000. So I'm taking more of a long-term approach. If Steve wants to think year to year and try to beat me for 2026, let him go ahead. I'm looking at this more like I'm willing to lose $10,000. And I'm looking at this like if I could find something out that I want to implement into my bigger portfolio that can make me more money, that's where I look at this. I'm using this as a sure, keep everybody apprised of some things that I'm trying out, etc. Um, might lose some money here, might make some money there, but the way I look at this is a test bed for graduating into a larger part of the portfolio. So Steve wants to hyper focus on beating me, and let him. That's fine. If he wins, I'm excited. I get to eat a steak dinner with him or whatever he wants to do whenever I get to see him. But I look at it, more in the $10,000 challenge to me is a battle. It's not the war. I'm okay losing battles. Am I okay losing the war? I don't know. So we can play a little shell game of $10,000 while I'm eating Steve's lunch in the bigger portfolio. What matters more? I care about the bigger portfolio. How tall am I? I'm 6 foot flat. On a bad day, 5'11" 3/4. On a good day, 6 foot and 1/4 inch. So it hovers around 6 feet. I'm asking myself the same thing. Why wasn't I a petroleum engineer by education at the White House today? See, I agree. Tanner's very knowledgeable. He knows what he's doing. My favorite stock for 26. I don't know if I've really right now, and I don't want to be official, but the preliminary one is probably VG or next. I think LNG will be good, but it might take till 2027 before we really start to see the light at the end of the tunnel for LNG. But other stocks, and I'm really thinking, I don't really know. I don't really operate on what do I need to do to beat 2026. It's to say I just buy the companies that I think in 10 years' time are going to do well. And most of the time they end up doing way better than 10 years ahead of time. So I don't know. Hello to my role model, Michael Thompson. Thank you. Appreciate that. I should be far from anyone's role model. How's the quant today? Quant's good. Full. I had a good lunch with my boy Doug. US is gonna get 30 million times 50. Yeah, $1.5 billion, not barrels, but yeah. Talk Dutch Bros. You're drinking Dutch Bros. What are you drinking, my guy? What kind? You want my street address, my mother's maiden name, what part of H-Town? I live somewhere, somewhere. I live somewhere around the 610 loop, somewhere in there. Drinking Dutch Bros while waiting for Rocket Lab Talk. I love that. They have a Dutch mocha now? Mocha? Mocha. Not a. I was thinking matcha. I was like, what? Oh, did Tanner bring you guys over here and tell you to talk about Dutch Bros? Is that why 1 billion people are talking about Dutch Bros at 320? Huh. Face makerable. Face makerable? Is that your name? You heard it here first. Do I accept refugees? What? Me and Jess, far from, my guy. Jess doesn't probably even know who I am. It's supposed to be Doug. I don't think it's a very good one. I did it on when I was a stoplight. I put it into Gemini. So honestly, I have no idea how bad it is. VG and QXO. This is Joe. VG and QXO were the two biggest buys. I like that. Yeah, I mean, I was telling people it's like I bought at 24 for VG during the IPO, but I don't know what my exact cost basis is because I have it in 3 different accounts. But in 2 of my accounts, one of them, like the value of it's like $7, and 20 cents. Another one's like $7.40, and then I have another account where I think I have very few shares, but it's like a $9 cost basis. But I think overall, it's less than $8. So I think I did a calculation. It was like 750 or 760. So I remember the other day I was like anticipating that I was break even on the trade, and there's a lot of upside on the stock price compared to where we are. So it doesn't matter which one I'm more bullish on. Because I know that the insight is like, well, Matt's more bullish on this, so I should buy it. You got to look at what's best for you and your risk tolerances, right? One actually makes money right now, the other one doesn't. So take that into consideration for you, you know? I view upside on one way more than I view upside on the other. So, but they have their associated risks. Did you ever find out who in the White House was enjoying your stream with Steve? I was on that night when you guys switched over to your chat. I had no idea. No idea. What's my cost basis on Rocket Lab? I was late to the party at 44. In my big account, which I don't buy in anymore. That's where I bought like the majority of it before I started buying in my Roth and other places. That's like $7 or something like that, but it also doesn't matter what my cost basis is. I don't know. Like I try to empathize with people and try to understand. It's like, what does somebody's cost basis have to do with whether or not it's a good investment? Like, are you just curious? Like, did I do well on the? But it's like, if I did well, what does that matter? You know, I try to empathize with why people ask questions that they do. And I think I always look at it like, are they using that to see if they should invest in something? You shouldn't invest in something because I'm invested in something. You should invest in something because it fits your portfolio, right? Just because I'm playing with Legos doesn't mean you need to play with Legos, right? Like you gotta, play with what works for you. If I go full bonds, are you gonna follow me fully into bonds? Maybe that's what I should tell people. I should just say, Chris Patel told me I should sell everything and go fully into bonds, and that's what I did. And see if people are like bonds. Let's do it. Fuck stocks. I never liked stocks anyway. Opinion on Shell, they do a good business. That's all. I probably shouldn't say too much. Like I skipped an Exxon Chevron question earlier. Like I shouldn't talk too much about particular companies. I don't have a lot of oil in my portfolio. So I think LNG is better, but I think oil is a place. I just don't think it's. I'm slowly accumulating oil stocks right now, but I'm not shuffling money into them because I don't think it's as cheap as I want it to be. I I don't know what your portfolio entails. That's the thing, is like, just because I'm doing something doesn't mean you need to, right? You gotta, like, you gotta work for you, my guy. You want to buy it and sell it tomorrow? Go for it. I don't know. You're probably cooked, man. You're probably cooked, drinking 4 Dutch Bros a day. Especially if you're drinking more than just the coffee, like if you're drinking like the full leaded stuff that has all the sugars and milk and everything like that, you might die. 100%. It is tasty though, but now when I go, I'm trying to be better. So I get the sugar free stuff, which I know has, different reactions for your body, whatever, but I just get an Americano. We got Hot Curtis in here. Maybe. Sure. Maybe. Maybe just don't buy the trade then. If you're concerned, I think it's a valid point. If you're that concerned about it, then stay out of the trade. I'm glad you're putting some forethought into it. Sounds like you shouldn't buy next or VG. That's fine. I'm glad that you're thinking this through rather than just blindly pair trading. How much my portfolio's in SPY? Good amount, man. I mean, Rocket Lab of like the stock portfolio. Because because Palantir and Rocket Lab have grown so much, it's gone down. But let's see. Right now it's like 20%, but my hope is always have it at about 50%. So Solarian failed because they couldn't get financing for the deal. Nobody wanted to finance them. I appreciate that. I do wear contacts, but they're not colored contacts. Yeah, I've been told they have like a nice gray, blue, but doesn't matter. The only people that get to see it are you guys. No women IRL get to see him. My coworkers at work get to see him though. Did you do any SS on Zeta? What's SS? Soul searching? What does that mean? Steve hates us. Should we call Steve? Maybe we call Steve. I'm behind. Let me see. No, I've never been to Northern Alberta. Tanner thinks 45 Celsius is cold. I haven't really looked at Iridium. I know some people in the past have tried to get me to buy into it. I just, good for people if it works for them. I don't like to swing at everything. E-Money, you are famous, my guy. You've been following for a long time. Yeah, there's thoughts in the most recent interview. There's always the Mars Transport Orbiter. communications satellite that obviously you need different types of communication to be able to work when you're talking about that far away from Earth, right? And Rocket Lab obviously has a lot of capability associated with that. You likely need to use lasers as opposed to radio frequency. You can still use radio frequency. It's just maybe it has the ability to get distorted across versus lasers. If you have a direct connection, it's going to be much easier. Maybe able to move more information faster. More volume faster, rather. But yeah, that's been something that hopefully now that Jared Isaacman is the head of NASA and the budget's gone up for 2026 comparatively to what everyone thought it was going to be, that it could be awarded. How did I start social media? At first, it was a cigar review channel, actually, this channel. And then it turned into stocks because I really got into stocks. And then eventually people actually started watching, and then I just kind of kept going. So Canadian uranium, there's some small companies that I've tested on in the past and looked on in the past that don't seem too bad, but I don't really hyper focus on them. We got some folks in the that apparently were at lunch, and I had no idea they were there. Let me see. We got some folks that were at lunch, and I had no idea they were there. First and foremost, that didn't even look like me. It looks a little bit like Doug, but I can see. But who's this guy? We got this baddie. We got another baddie. Dude, Michelle wore her Spidey suit to lunch. How come you guys didn't come say hi? The F. Thought I was dating Tess. I'll date anybody at this point. Your boy's desperate. I can't pull myself out of a brown paper bag, let alone pull a woman. I own Dutch Brothers and honestly want to hear what you think the best case for this year is. I don't care about this year, so maybe it goes to 0 this year, but I'm more so focused on 2029, 2030. So best of luck to you. They'll probably put in 150 stores this year. I don't know. I think there'll be a good checkpoint. I think they're probably going to grow 25 to 30% this year. Top line. The thing I'm most curious about in terms of the check-ins for quarterly are how is food rollout going? I've had the food. I had 2 sliders, 2 for $6, and the sliders were tasty, but it took a little bit longer time than the coffee took. So I want to know, was that a normal thing? Is that going to hold up? Is that going to mean you have less follow through? Because there already is a line at a lot of these locations. So is adding time, say 10, 20 seconds per customer every day, if they get food, what is that implication? So what am I trying to say? I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic that the food will do well, and it might inspire people to get more during the down times of the day, which might even out things. But it's something to watch, right? Because I was there during a down time, and might have been that the other person that was on the food line was potentially doing something else, and so she got caught off guard, and that's why it took an extra 30 seconds, 40 seconds, or whatever to get my food. But that is something that I'm kind of looking for. Like how much is the food slowing down run through time? Rick Huang, thank you so much for becoming a guest. That's much appreciated. I think last year you held the same $20 leaps that I do. I don't think I had January 2026 leaps. If you have $20 leaps, I would suggest you just buy them. Turn them into shares, write some covered calls on them. I have some $5, $7. I don't know if it's 750 or they're 7, 5, 7, and $10 leaps for 2027 that I plan on just to, and when they finally get to that point, I'll just buy them, convert them to shares. You convert them to shares, you don't have to pay the capital gains. Otherwise, you think unless it's a tax advantage account, it's tax advantage, and but say it's an individual brokerage account, and you sell them to roll them into something else, you got to pay taxes on that if it's not a tax. Ask chat. I don't know why I said ask chat. I think I'm reading the chat and I got mixed up. Any thoughts on APLD? There's no thoughts on that. And when I say there's no thoughts, I mean it's not that I dislike the company or anything like that. I just don't know anything about it. Like I don't do DD on everything. Do I drink alcohol? I'm a social drinker, but I don't really drink during the week or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, I invest for things for the long term. I'm okay being down on short term on things if I think that the company is doing the right thing. And generally speaking, I'm always adding money every month. So if a company goes down and I have that conviction, and I'm probably going to continue to add to it. But that's just how I do things, So it doesn't mean that you had to do things like if you just have $1,000 or 10,000 or $100,000 position, you're like, that's it. I'm only putting in that money. Then you're maybe operating different than I am. But if I put money in 20, 30,000 and it goes down, I'm probably going to buy more, unless I think that why it's going down is justified with the stock because either a risk has been realized or what have you. Hot June, the myth, the legend. I'm not expecting $100 share price. Right? $100 billion market cap. Difference. There's a difference. Chris did tell me to sell my SPY and put it into bonds. Yes, he did. I didn't find it. Somebody told me about the company, my buddy Cole. This was March 2021 before they de-SPAC. So I've been in since VACQ, but I bought a very small position initially, and it was one of those things where the company went down / sideways, and I said, this company is executing, and if anybody's going to be executing and make it out of this, it's going to be this company. And so I said to myself, if I were to actually take this thing to Valhalla, how much money do I want to put into it, and how much would I be willing to lose? And so I, thought long and hard, and so that's what I want to lose. Steven.
Maddie, did you make money today?
You're on the market close, my guy.
What market close, Matt?
My market closed.
Your market closed.
Yeah.
You're closing the market.
Yeah, it wouldn't. It would still be open if I didn't close it.
There you go. Good role model.
So what do you have to say to the people?
That they're awesome.
There's all 580 people here.
And I just got a chicken farm for the road.
Little Patsy's action, Steve.
I may have gotten a little chicken farm to take home with me.
You think you're better than me, Steve, because you have delicious Italian New York food and I don't?
And I am thinking about going to get closer to Starbucks for the ride.
Steve, the people want to know, are you getting a Pike Place or?
It's going to be a game time decision. I'm thinking about a little cappuccino.
Little cap?
Just to piss off Chef Paul. Because it's past 10 a.m., so why the fuck not?
These are good questions.
Nobody's going to tell me that I can't drink a fucking cappuccino in the afternoon.
Steve runs New York. Steve, when you're walking around the block, do people run away from you? Are they scared?
No, but I'm certainly not scared to walk around.
You're a gangster, dude. I love it.
I'll call you back in a few minutes.
All right, later. Steve is a very important businessman, people. I don't think you guys fully comprehend. Whoops, I just dropped my cards everywhere. Steve is that guy, and I love it. I love getting phone calls from Steve because you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know if you're like, guess where I am? And it's like Patsy's or, maybe he's testing out a new spot, and or he's just calling to vent, because everybody needs somebody to vent to. So I'm glad I have that relationship with Steve. It's fun. It's always fun. Next is having a hard time beginning of the year. It's going to have a hard time until they start making revenue. And that was part of it. It's part of the reason why I bought it, because I think a lot of people are not valuing it appropriately for what it's going to be making in 5 to 10 years. So, shout out to the people that are along with me for that ride for 5-10 years from now. But if you're not, then well, you probably shouldn't have bought it in the first place. What is going on? Thank you for showing up. Much appreciated. 6 foot's not that tall, and I wouldn't say handsome. I wouldn't say that, but I appreciate you. I don't pay you enough to make compliments like that. I like Chris quite a lot for explaining the yen carry trade back in August 24. He, Amit, and Steve did me quite a service on that day. Well, I'm glad, man. They're good people. They know what they're doing. They put a lot of DD in there. Love hearing people's $7 bases in something or $2 in a video. They're all entertainment. That's right. It's all entertainment. I do like a good late night drive, guys. I don't take nearly as many late night drives as I did during the pandemic. And during the pandemic, I would do a lot of the late night drives, but I was also working from home for majority of the pandemic. So share count doesn't matter either. But I mean, it's a curiosity thing. But like, I don't understand why. Like, does it matter if I have 5 shares or 20 shares or 100,000 shares? Right? It's like, are you pertaining it to why am I or why should I invest? Because Matt has 100,000, maybe I should have some. It's like to me, it's like you should buy it because you think it's a good company, not because some guy on YouTube owns it. If I introduce you to the company and you're like, oh, that I see why Matt has that, and that aligns with what I want in my portfolio, so therefore I should be an investor. Not Matt has XYZ company and he has XYZ amount in it, I should buy it. It's like, well, I'm 34, I'm independent. I don't have kids. I don't know. I like driving my 2018 Tahoe. I don't plan on getting a new car anytime soon. I live a very simple life. I like to go on vacations every once in a while. So, I don't have, that sort of expense table that I need to like forecast on. So, I can take on some additional risk. And so anyway, for me, I'm investing for me, and I'm not investing to try to get views and stuff on YouTube like I know some people do. So, Steve, you're back on.
Matt, how are you?
Every day I wonder, and I'm like, WWSD, what would Steve do?
Why don't you send me a link and I'll call him from the car, maybe.
You think you're better than me, Steve? Let me send Hot Steve a link. And I feel like I preach when I say that, so it doesn't make me feel like bueno. But I think it's a harsh reality, and I'd rather have less viewers and people that feel like they're getting a valuable education than a billion viewers with people that don't think that they're getting anything valuable at it. Get Hot Steve on here. I got a $2 super chat here. Does Next management team really own a lot of Next shares? I don't know if they do or not. I have to check. It's been a while since I looked at how much management owns. Let me make sure that it's in my headset. What the heck? What the heck? It's on my other laptop, I guess. It's not registering. What the heck? Why aren't you registering? See? It's not registering.
Matt, are you there?
Yes, but for some reason my headset is not registering you, so it's exporting you to my computer. So I assume there's a big echo for everybody.
That sounds like a you problem.
It does. Hold on, let me fix this. Steve, you think you're better than me?
Listen, I think that you're hosting a market close. You're better than me.
600 people in here, Steve, wanting to know, are you going to lose your shit on a New Yorker today and go to jail?
Well, lose my shit and go to jail are two different things.
I like it, Steve.
The real question is, am I going to make a little pit stop at Mariana's for a slice or two before I go over the bridge? That's the real question.
Well, tell us what we got. What's Mariana's?
It is a cross between New York style and Neapolitan style, and the pizza's phenomenal. And I'm thinking I may need a little snack to energize myself for the chicken parm when I get home.
What'd you have for lunch, Steve?
You know what, Matt? I did not have lunch. I was in meetings all freaking day.
See, then I think you deserve a little pizza treat.
And it's a very big afternoon for me.
Why is it a big afternoon?
The season/series, okay, finale of Power came out this morning. So Power Force is a spinoff, and the series finale came out this morning, and I must watch it.
Power Force, like the show Power?
Yes.
Interesting. I need to get caught up on Billions, and I finished Stranger Things, so Stranger Things is done. Need to catch up on Billions, and then once I'm finished on Billions, then I feel like I need to get that Showtime on in me. Did we lose you, Steve? I think we lost Hot Steve. Oh, he's back.
Matt, can
Steven?
you hear me?
Yes.
Hello. Okay.
Welcome back. We missed you.
Yeah, you switched over to my car for some reason.
Steve, we heard some really bad news actually. You ready?
Yes.
Me and Doug were actually talking at lunch. And
Oh, you know what? He texted me.
did he? Did he tell you the same thing I'm about to tell you?
That they're coming after my milk?
Not even just your milk, Steve, but they're coming after your Pokemon cards.
No, they're not. Stop it.
Apparently, anybody who has any assets in New York, you're going to have to pay 5%.
Listen, apparently, I got a little something for anybody that wants to get frisky, all right?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, somebody wants to get frisky. One, there's no Pokemon cards at home. They're all in the storage unit off-site. That's one.
Take
But
notes.
if anybody wants to test their luck, okay, first you got to figure it out. Then you got to hope. You got to hope that you make it out. So that's all I'm saying.
I like it. I like it. Do you have your house trapped up like the Home Alone kid?
I'm just saying, anybody that, believes in the Second Amendment understands what I'm saying.
Oh, you heard it here first.
That's all I'm saying.
Don't walk up on Steve. That's what I'm telling you, people.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good move.
Steve's not afraid.
Oh, no.
Oh, Steve, people are saying Pokemon sucks. Magic is better.
That's fine. As far as an investment, Pokemon has outperformed, but they are both interesting alternative investments.
Have you still don't have any MTG, do you?
I'm not getting down on it, but I am getting worried about the route that this country is headed in regard to hating success and a tax on assets, especially unrealized gains, and wanting to go down a road of collectivism instead of actual ownership of real estate. It is scary, and we need to figure something out because this is not good. Because we have a whole generation of people. Maybe it's not even generational, but we have a whole cohort of people that truly believe collectivism is better. It's not.
They like it until they try it, Steve.
Well, this is why I like the investment accounts for every child, because they have an equity stake in America from the day they're born. And I think that's the ultimate way to combat socialism and communism. I really do. I don't care if you're left or right, but capitalism, time and time again, continues to showcase it may not be perfect, but it is the best economic system to live with.
So did you decide whether or not you're going to Marianas?
It's going to be a game time decision. I do have to go up and around, so it's going to depend on traffic. I usually take a stop if there's traffic.
I think you need to stop regardless. Do you go like pepperoni or you just go plain?
No, that's sacrilegious. We just go plain.
Well, what do you? Whoa! What do you mean?
Yeah, you heard? You heard?
I did hear you. That's why I'm.
You heard. It's just like putting cheese on red meat. You just don't do it.
I think this is completely different. Cheese on red meat versus plain pizza versus
No, because I want the actual pizza. I don't want it to be masked by pepperoni. You put pepperoni on a slice that's not really that good. But when you go for somewhere for a really good slice, you want that experience with the slice. You don't want to mask it with pepperoni.
Steve, when you have pizza, do you eat it crust down or cheese down?
And what type of question is that?
I'm just, I thought I knew everything, and apparently I don't. So that's why I got to ask these questions.
No, the real question is, do you fold or do you not fold? That's the question.
You don't fold. You definitely fold.
You
What is
have to
this?
fold.
If you don't fold, you're not going to be able to get that airplane aerodynamics for when it's flying towards your mouth.
You gotta fold.
What does that remind me of? That's not a Seinfeld skit, is it?
No, but Seinfeld has some of the best skits ever.
What fold or not fold? What does that remind? That reminds me of something from Seinfeld.
I'm not sure, and I've seen every episode multiple times.
Anyway, Steve, what are we buying today? Did you buy more Zeta?
No. The real question is, did you free up 10K and are you ready for Monday? That's the real question.
I'm always ready for you, Steve.
All right. You heard it here first, everyone. Matt's ready for Monday. I'm ready for Monday. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
People are thinking that you're going to beat me, Steve.
I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm just saying that I
see. I think Steve is shook. Oh, no, he's back.
Nope, I'm back. Somebody called me. I guess when you use StreamYard on your phone and someone calls you, it automatically goes to the phone call.
It does.
So I just think I'm going to do a pretty good strategy. So we'll see. I mean, I'm excited.
You're a good man. I was telling the stream that I think that you're going into this like only wanting to beat me. And I'm just sitting here like, I just want to know what's going to go into my bigger portfolio. Like, is something going to graduate?
Well,
yeah.
You say that now as a head fake. I feel like you're going to have stuff that's in the bigger portfolio in this one.
If there's a large dip or something.
And who knows? Maybe Matty doesn't do anything this week. Maybe he just sits down and plays cool.
Maybe your boy just writes a 7-day, expires on Friday, put.
Well, it would be a 5-day because you're writing it on Monday, but sure.
You know what I mean?
And I'm in the same realm. I mean, I may be writing a cash secure put on SoFi, maybe Zeta, maybe BMNR. Who knows?
Everyone wants to know what Steve's going to do.
You know, we are open to suggestions, and I have a pretty good idea how I'm going to play this.
Steve, it makes me angry that you weren't able to take lunch today.
You know what? I had a lot of meetings today. I didn't leave the office until 4:30 or 4:20, something like that. No bueno. Wall-to-wall meetings. Didn't even go out to lunch. On a Friday.
On a Friday, Steve?
On a Friday. I do have 3 lunches set up next week, though.
One with me, right?
Well, if you were coming up, I'd make it 4.
I appreciate that. That means the world. I don't think people fully recognize how much of a badass you are, Steve. At your 9 to 5. Steve's a badass.
You know, these things happen sometimes. But as far as the market, I lied to you, and I'm sorry.
You always do, Steve.
We are not at 7,000.
I was thinking that this morning. I was like, I feel bad. I'm not going to bring it up again, but
even though we rebounded and we were where we finished, like 69.60 or something.
Let me see. Yep, 69-66, Steve. Still a liar.
I mean, I'm still a liar. We're 34 points away. I'm still a liar. Even when we get there, I'll be a liar. So I apologize.
Ooh, we got to 69-80, Steve.
Oh my God, a 20 spot away.
Is that the peak? That's the peak.
20 spot away. I know these motherfuckers are not beeping at my ass.
Ooh, Stevie
Who the
boy.
hell's getting beeped at? Ain't me.
Get him, Steve.
There's a cop in front of me directing traffic, so
Get out of the car and
there's
beep
no
it.
way that they can beep at me.
Beat their 69-78. It was at I guess it was at this shows at 4 o'clock. Yeah. At 3:23. So we almost hit it today, Steve.
We almost hit it. We almost did.
Almost hit it.
So can you give us a little sneak peek? What are you planning on doing?
For
I'm trying to model my strategy after you.
I'm just gonna go full port TQQQ like you thought I was going to.
In all seriousness, that would not surprise me.
You said the same thing. I don't know if I talked to you about it last week on the phone or if we I forget what it was, but or I might just go full Chris Patel and just buy bonds.
Yeah, right. That's not happening.
People in the chat thought I was lying. I mentioned it earlier how I might sell all my SPY and just go bonds because that's what Chris Patel told me to do. No, Chris didn't say that. Chris said it.
I mean, he kind of did.
He said it. Full port. No, he didn't say. Chris didn't buy bonds per se, but he told me. I asked him. I did this exercise with hot Doug at lunch. I basically said, "Hey, I want to know for my SPY position, what is an aspirational goal I should get to?" And he turned the conversation on his head, like, "Matt, I know you're doing this with your portfolio and this is your strategy, but I'm 100% just going to focus on what I would do, and I would just sell all my SPY and put it into bonds."
And he may not be wrong. But can I
He
tell
might
you
not
an
be.
interesting conversation
Might
I had
not be.
today?
Did you have to fire somebody?
No, I talked to Ken today.
How is Hot Ken?
He made a ridiculous amount of money on that freaking whatever stock it was that he told us to buy in the group text and over the summer that he bought at $10. It's at 110.
So Ken doesn't need to talk to us anymore?
I mean, let's just put
Was
it
that
this
his
way.
goodbye to you? Like, hey, Steve, I just want you to know I'm not picking up your phone calls anymore.
If this gets bought out, because there's now rumors about an acquisition, he'll have found a 20 bagger in the biotech space for this.
He's found a few good ones from what I've.
I'm a little shook to go into this stuff because it's so sketchy. Somehow this is being at the roulette. This is how sketchy it is. This is being at the roulette table, getting a hit on 36, and then picking 8 and it hitting again, and you double up, and then picking 10 red and doubling. Like, he's done this like 6 times in a row. But this one's a 10 bagger.
Has he always been into biotech, or is this like something he just stumbled into and just made it?
I think he just said, fuck it, we're gonna do some degenerate shit and see if it pays off. And he's got a whole crew of people that are reading through all this stuff with him, and they're basically figuring out what's going to get approved. Like, I don't know, it's too risky for me, but he's killing it with it.
There's a guy like 5-10 years ago who used to have a faceless YouTube channel about something else, but in the back end, him and I chatted every once in a while, and he was doing biotech back then, and he made some good money, and I think he made enough money where he stopped doing the faceless YouTube videos. Because he was like, why am I wasting my time on this? Like,
yeah, biotech's so sketchy.
Hopefully you're turning left into the pizza shop.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm going to be good because I do have a huge chicken parm next to me.
Do you have ice cream for later?
No, but I can go downstairs and get ice cream, Matt.
Downstairs, what, the bodega?
I can go downstairs and get ice cream whenever I want.
At the bodega? Steve Steve knows what he's doing. I wish I had like ice cream right downstairs. That'd be pretty dope.
It'd be even better if they delivered it to me.
Maybe you could ask the guy, say I'll give you an extra $5.
I mean, they probably would. They would. We'll see.
Well, you're a good man. Guess what I had for lunch, Steve, to make you feel even hungrier.
Steak?
Got a nice little steak. Guess what
Medium
size?
rare? Medium rare?
Come on. I even asked him how thick it was to make sure, like, if it was a thick boy. I just wanted to make sure.
Inch and a half medium rare porterhouse?
It was about an inch and a half, medium rare, ribeye.
Ribeye? Okay. Bone in?
Yep. No bone in. The bone in was a 24 ounce. The regular ribeye was 18. So
Okay.
I was like, me and Doug discussed it. We're like, well, how much is that bone gonna weigh? So
Not about how much the bone's going to weigh. It's about how much more flavor is it going to give you.
see that's what the server was trying to talk me into as well. She was like,
I'm just saying.
the bone in ribeye. She said it's gonna have a little bit more flavor.
It's going to have a little bit more pop.
I still don't fully understand that, Steve. You're gonna have to explain it to me.
No, it just gives it a little bit more pop. Dude, the meat next to the bone is the best.
I know that. I pick it up and I eat it like I'm a damn savage.
It's amazing.
You're a good man, Steve.
You're better. You're better. So what are we doing this weekend? Are we streaming tomorrow or Sunday? What are we doing?
I definitely am streaming at some point tomorrow for Rocket Lab Weekly.
Okay.
And then Sunday we have our official kickoff for the 10K
All right.
challenge.
So what time do we want to do it? Like 5 on Sunday?
Yes. Why are finance bros obsessed with steak? Why are all men obsessed with steak?
It's steak. It's the greatest food there is behind pizza.
Steak, sunny side up eggs,
Oh, forget
Little bit-
about it.
a little bit of toast, put it in
Forget
the
about
yolk.
it.
Do you like yours over hard or over easy, Steve?
Scrambled.
Scrambled.
Scrambled, yeah. I want that yolk mixed in everywhere. It's so good.
I love eggs.
Yeah, eggs are great. I mean, listen, first you gotta saute the garlic and the olive oil in the pan. All right. And then you gotta throw your peppers and onions in, the shallots, maybe a little broccoli. Throw some steak in there, and then put 4 eggs over and scramble it up. Nothing better.
Nothing.
Nothing better. It's freaking amazing.
Steve, somebody just asked me, Matt, you've got the looks, you've got the money, you've got the brains and the style. What's next for you in life?
I mean, hedge fund.
Hedge fund. Double down. I need more money.
Hedge fund. Start running money.
I'm gonna start at only if you invest first, Steve.
I mean, I'll invest first.
I have been thinking though. I think that if me, you, and the power of Mick Kugreja and others, I think we could start an ETF house and start one big ETF. And if that's profitable, then maybe we could create our own little side ones. But we need the first one to be profitable first.
Well, I think we could. The problem is the freaking ongoing expenses to actually run it. That's the problem.
100%. And that's my fear. That's why I said before we do our other individual ones, we'd have to have that one be profitable. So good old Steve.
Well, you're a good role model to society.
Thank you.
I'm going to let you go.
You're a good man. I'm probably going to end it here as well. When are you going live today?
I don't know. I could be convinced to do something around 7 if you want to do something around 8. I just need to go home and watch. I gotta watch Force. It's been killing me. I want to know what happens to Tommy. I want to have my chicken parm. Maybe crack open a nice cold Coke.
Oh, are you gonna
It
put
all
it in a
ca-
tin can?
I do have this. No, I got the special tin cup for the Coca-Cola, so it's extra cold. May have to do that. And then I could be convinced to do something at 7 or 8. I mean, Roy and I think Tevis are going live at 10 for FinTech Friday. Tanner is not coming, I don't believe. So we will be doing it. And if you want to do a little stream around 7 or 8, I could be talked into it.
No guarantees, Steve. I might be taking a nap or something.
Taking a nap?
Yeah.
Dude, you're fucking in your 30s. Enough with the naps.
Your boy's pretty tired after that big old steak and live streaming today, Steve.
I mean, did you smoke a cigar after the steak?
I wanted to, but you were just too busy chatting. And I thought that they have a little bit like a seating area out front, because people said that there's a seating area out front for cigars, but there wasn't one. So they fucking lied to me.
So why couldn't you just stand next to your cars and chat and smoke?
By this time, I needed to get back to my house so I could stream the close.
Ah, okay.
Because I promised the people early on in midstream that I would do the close, and I didn't want to let them down. You
Listen,
know that
I
know
get it.
them if you're 15 seconds early, you're late.
I mean, I know they love it.
You got some junkies over here.
That's why I say to you all the time, we gotta go live early so nobody can say late.
I was thinking about the chat.
We're always thinking about the chat.
That's probably why I'm single, Steve, because I keep thinking about the chat, but never about Maddie's future bloodline.
Well, next weekend, Matt, I will be taking a Mitt to his first sports card convention.
Are you gonna live stream it?
I'm debating whether we should live stream like 10 minutes of it just to show everybody how crazy it gets in there.
I think you need to.
I
Steve,
think a bit should.
just pull somebody out of their car real quick.
No, listen, it's a Friday. Fridays are the worst day to get locked up. You can't get out till Monday. You don't want to spend the weekend in jail.
You thought this through. People want to see a cheeky little live stream from the whatchamacallit.
Maybe we'll do a little live stream, a little live negotiations. Who knows? We'll see.
Somebody wants to know if it's cell acuity.
If what?
They want to know if the biotech was cell acuity.
No. I don't remember the name of the biotech.
I'll have to call Hot Ken. He's been avoiding us.
Actually, I could find it real quick. He put it in a group text with a couple of us. Hold on. I'll tell you.
Jay Brown, thank you for becoming a member, my man. You're a champion. Much appreciated. Steve, the chat wants to know how many Kabutos you own. Original Kabutos from XY.
0. I didn't buy any.
I don't have any either.
That guy is trying to buy up all of them. ABVX is the company.
ABVX. Oh, I remember him mentioning that one many moons back.
Yeah, it's like 110 or 120 right now.
Could be us, Steve.
Could have been us, Matt. Could have been your new Rocket Lab.
Could have been my new Rocket Lab. Could have been what should we call it? Yeah, it's the longest turn ever. Somebody just said in the chat, how long have you been sitting there with your turn signal on?
I didn't even realize it was still on.
Oh, what are you just driving straight?
Yeah.
Telling people you're gonna. All right,
I didn't even
Mondani
realize it was on.
Mondani doesn't run New York City. Steve Fiorillo does. Okay.
Oh God. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna get going.
You're a good man. I'm gonna get going as well.
I'm gonna text you or call you, and if you're not sleeping, maybe we do a little streaming a little bit.
I like it, Steve.
Say, you know
like-
what? How about this? End the stream. Go take a nap. Get refreshed. Recharge the battery like freaking Vince Vaughn and freaking Wedding Crashers. Go get some pancakes. Put a lot of syrup on it. Recharge the battery. 8 o'clock. Let's get on.
I would love to get Jenny's Cookhouse or whatever the hell. She makes the best pancakes around here.
So do it. Do it.
She closes at like 4 o'clock.
Well, I mean, that's crazy, but okay.
People said stop the road rates, dude.
8 o'clock. Let's do this. I'll send you a link.
See, you're yelling and angry again.
Who's yelling? This isn't yelling. Trust me,
That's
you
good.
know if I was yelling.
Ooh.
Everybody would
Now-
know if I was yelling. Everybody's heard me yell, okay?
I hope that somebody, if you ever implode, I hope somebody takes a video of it so I can see you destroy the person that, and I want to see what
Dude,
that person did.
It would not be good for social media. It would be very bad.
It would be, but I hope that it'd be justified.
I would hope it would be justified too for myself.
You never know. People could spin it whatever way they want.
Yep.
You're a good man, Steve. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Later.
Later. All right, everybody. Thank you. My tummy is rumbling. I don't know why. Maybe because I ate too much mushrooms or something at lunch. Some maybe that Brussels sprouts are running through me. I don't know. I'm not 100% certain, but I gotta hit that, and hopefully I'll be able to take a little nappy poo after. Maybe just check up some things on my phone. But yes, what was I gonna say? Maybe we'll be live with Steve. You never know. You don't know. But appreciate it. I know that Amit is a much better live streamer on the close than I am. But I wanted to make sure that you guys had at least somebody. They're not like psychedelic mushrooms, just edible mushrooms. But anyway, you guys rock. Much appreciated. I will talk to you guys soon. Hopefully, Hot Steve sets up a stream for us in a couple hours. So thank you all. And thank you again. For anybody that wants to follow on Twitch, please go ahead and do that as well. We do stuff on Twitch, not specifically only Twitch, but we obviously go live on Twitch as well. So if you guys prefer to watch over there, just trying to give people the avenue, trying to find more people to help in any way, sort of shape or form. Not to just blindly pick stocks, but to try to teach people how to fish if I can, and see how it fits into their portfolio. So you guys rock, and hopefully I will see you guys later this evening. Cheers.
That's my quant.
Your what?
My quantitative.
You show me a pay stub for $72,000 on it, I quit my job right now and I work for you.
Be first, be smarter, or cheat.
I'm not fucking leaving! Sell it all today.
Or look at it say, it's beautiful!
Welcome to the fucking show.